You know what? They took yours up for signing it. I didn't see it back.
We're missing some fitness. A little sharp.
Stream going?
He just seems so like nervous about it. Hey, for sure. Stretch.
Thank you.
We're kind of ready to come off whenever, so. Yeah, I mean, if we come off at 4 and then start, it'd be good. Yeah.
Up. It was like it wasn't the best time to move out. I would have done it. I just made one.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to the second semifinal matchup of the Oregon Open Cup, the third Oregon Open Cup. We've already completed the first semifinal. That was won by Lane United 3-0 over FC Swoosh. This is the second semifinal. The winner of this will get Lane United in the championship game next Wednesday night at about 8:30. And this game tonight, this is the matchup. This is IPS, International Portland Select, and OVF, that's Oregon Valley Football, their alliance, their number one team. We saw their number 2 team last week. This is the number 1 team. The winner of this will go to the championship game next Wednesday night. We are at the Austin Sports Complex at George Fox University. We are Oregon Sports Beat, bringing you exciting Open Cup tournament action, our third year of doing that, and we're just about ready to get this underway. I'm Dave Hall. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Working with me, my broadcast partner, Jack McArthur, and we're joined tonight by JB Cunha, who will give us our expert analysis of what's going on. You're somewhat familiar with both of these teams. For people who may not be familiar, and you've worked with Oregon Sports Beat before doing games for us, kind of refresh us on your background, JB.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. It's great to be here again. I'm excited to be out here and watching some live soccer for the first time in a year or so. So thanks for having me, guys. It's a true pleasure to be here. Yes, I have played with IPS. There's a lot of new faces on that side, but they always come ready to play. And my first time watching our other team here, our alliance team, our OVF Football Alliance. Thanks for having me.
You're not just somebody who walked in off the street. You grew up in Brazil. You played soccer there. You played here. You've got an impressive background.
Yeah, I played locally here in Portland and in Oregon in general. I've played college here as well. Mm-hmm. I played professional futsal here in Portland, and yes, grew up in Brazil. So, been around the game for as long as I can remember.
And you're probably really tied into the Olympics going on. Brazil beat Germany the other day. That was probably a big win for you.
Yeah, let's talk about that, shall we?
Yeah.
Anytime Brazil beats Germany, I like talking about that. So we can talk about this Olympics, the last Olympics. Let's just not talk about the 2014 World Cup.
You know, Brazil is one of those teams that you can tell it's Brazil when they're playing, because they are high risk, high reward.
Definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. They got a lot of pressure, you know. When the Brazilian national team comes out to play, we as Brazilian citizens, we expect a lot.
Yeah, I
sure do.
I think you do. All right, the teams are just about ready to head out on the field. IPS will be in their traditional uniforms. Their red jerseys, their white shorts, they have white lettering. They are to our left. OVF Alliance, number 1, they are to our right, and they are in black jerseys. Black shorts, blue jerseys with gray numbers. It's going to be maybe a little hard to see some of those when they step out into the light and air. Now it's much easier to see, so we shouldn't have any problems with that. They're going to introduce the players for both sides. Some players you're familiar with in IPS. Who should we watch for?
You should watch out for Rio Asai. Rio and I played together for many years. He's still going, so props to him.
Played very well last week in the quarterfinal match. We did.
Yeah. So that's what I would watch out for here on the red side.
Yeah, I can go up and down the roster, and I see lots of players whose names I recognize. I recognize some of the players on the OVF Alliance. I recognize their goalkeeper, number 0, and that's Roman Gabriel. Introducing both of these teams, Harvey Hurst, of course, is the manager and coach of IPS. He's assisted by Scott Middleton. Our PA announcer tonight making the introductions. Give you some of the information about some of the people involved tonight. Our referee is Jose Morales. Our PA announcer, you can hear him now, that's Darren Boss. Tournament director is Ryan Johnson. All right, we're getting close to the start here. IPS won last week. I know you weren't here to see the game. It was 2-2. Both teams had scored on penalty kicks. 2-2 it ended, and they went to a shootout. The format is we go straight to a shootout. IPS made all 5 of their shots. The other team was OFC made 4. They missed one. It wasn't a stop by the goalie. He hit the crossbar, and so it wound up 5-4, and IPS advanced.
And none of the keepers made any saves. That's the funny thing about it. I mean, it was the OFC keeper, I believe, that guessed the right way 3 different times, but he could not make the save because it was a perfectly placed penalty, really.
You know, PKs are tough. You got to prepare. I remember my days taking PKs. I would stay practice and just practice them.
Yeah.
You got to have the nerve to step in and put it away.
2 45-minute halves. We'll have a 10-minute intermission. We might stay on during the intermission and talk soccer.
And Dave, I just wanted to add. Well, I talked to the OVF coach and manager Logan Hoffman earlier today, and he told me that there's a lot of injuries. They're not going to have Kevin Galliano, Nate Sherwood, Avery Whipple, to name a few, who are some of their best players. And he also let me know that their youth club directly feeds to their U23 team, and 60 to 70% of these OVF players that you're seeing today are homegrown kids. So that's really exciting.
I didn't see John Sarna on the roster here to start tonight too, and he's one of the players who are missed.
That's great. You always want to find a club that has this sort of pipeline that can bring from youth to the U23s to the professional level, amateur levels. This is what we need more of.
I agree.
This is the 3rd Oregon Open Cup. The first 2, OVF was the runner-up in both of them. They're hungry tonight.
That's great. They have traveled quite a bit to get here too, haven't they?
Yes.
Yep.
That's more motivation right there. Whenever you hit the road.
When did you play for IPS?
Wow, it's been maybe 5 years or more since I last.
Was
played
Harvey
for
there
IPS.
then?
Oh yes, Harvey was the coach.
He's legendary.
He's been there for way too long. No, he does a great job. He always finds the talent. There's one thing about Harvey is that he's relentless about having the right pieces on his team.
And we have a crowd mic right down there, and Harvey stands next to it.
We hear everything.
We hear everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's got quite a heavy assistant there as well. He can talk a lot. He can motivate the guys. I'm sure we'll be hearing him as well.
In the midfield, that's Ryan Middleton, number 27 for IPS, another player who's been here quite some time. And he grew up in England and played for English teams.
Yeah, I remember him playing for FC Toulouse as well a couple of years back here in Portland.
All right, we're just about ready to get this one underway. We'll start 90 minutes of action. Austin Sports Complex, Oregon Open Cup, the second semifinal. One of these teams will advance to play Lane United next week. It'll either be IPS or OVF. Here we go. OVF sends it back. We're under the lights. OVF comes forward. Quickly.
Great through ball.
They had numbers there. Could have made something happen.
All right, there's the goalkeeper for IPS.
Great kick.
I kicked that ball.
3/4 of the length of the field there, Dave.
Right. Throw in for IPS. Number 26, that's Elijah White. White in the corner. In front, there's a shot. Oh, up and over the top.
Yeah, he didn't take enough time to control it there. He could have taken a touch and then got a shot on goal, but it was just a first timer over the post.
And that was the guy who scored 2 goals last week for IPS. That was Eric Hernandez.
Yeah, I believe both of those were at least one of those was penalty kicks, because there were 3 penalty kicks in that last game, Dave, in the regular time.
Right. Juan Silva had 2 for OFC, and Hernandez had 1 for IPS and a regular goal. That got us to the 2-2 tie. IPS still presses forward.
Nice little give and go action there, taken away by the opposition though.
Is this the first live game you've seen in a while?
It has been. The last live game I saw was with you, Dave.
Oh.
I think it was a high school,
Okay.
like a high school all-star game.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So this is better level. It's nice to see a lot of energy starting early in the game. Both teams already got quick look at goal.
Jacob Young on the throw-in. Throw-in coming up for OVF. Actually, a goal kick.
Mitzi, we need to decide when to press.
OVF in the blue. Gold lettering. Down the left side in the air.
Good touch.
Number 18, Mohamed Diam. Ball in front. IPS goalie comes up with that.
It was hard to see what happened there. Bit of a scramble. I think we almost got the first goal of the night.
Yeah, the keeper had to jump on that one.
We're just underway. Second semifinal match. Winner of this gets Lane United next Wednesday night. We'll start that about 8:30 as soon as the sun goes down. That quick, that bright sun is not so great for our cameras. IPS. You think about the legendary clubs around the Portland area. IPS is one of those.
It's got to be, I'd say, IPS. FC Swoosh has been around for a long time as well.
FCM, PCFC. Those
What a
teams.
through ball.
Great ball.
Quickly ahead, down the side, down the left side.
He dropped off the defender, and the ref called that one a corner.
Yeah,
So,
that was real right there in the middle. Playing that through ball right there for Eric, I believe.
Eric Hernandez. Jack refereed for a couple of years.
Yeah,
so
for 2 years.
watches-
I'm 19 now. From when I was 16 to 18, right before COVID struck, is when I stopped reffing. But I've reffed for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice
Very
job
nice.
defensively that time by the OVF
Yeah.
goalie.
Yeah, maybe I'll get back into it someday, but just more focused on school and commentary.
Player on the outside quickly
He's
in front.
Big chance.
Lets that go, and a goal.
And we just got the first goal tonight, Dave. What a strike.
OVF.
I think that was number 18.
And that came at the 5-minute mark.
That's Mo
Mothiam.
from Oregon State
Yep,
University.
right.
Both of them. Oregon State represent. I'm a Duck, but you know what? I have a lot of friends that go to Oregon State, and that was a great strike.
You know, from early on, I think OVF is already establishing their model of play.
I agree.
They can spread their players out well. They can move the ball from side to side, and they have threats, runners out the side and through the middle. IPS is going to have to do something to contain that. They seem organized going forward.
That was a great individual effort by Thiam. Kind of made a move to his right, back to his left, got a corner there that he picked out and just hammered the ball in.
Yeah, bottom right corner. Well-placed ball.
Absolutely textbook finish, right? He received the
I agree.
ball on the side, cut the defender inside, and put it far corner. That's what you want to see from your wide players.
Well, he'd been out here wide, and they had let him go a couple of times. There he is again.
Oh, wow. That's a
That's shoulder to
big,
shoulder.
big
That's-
extension from the arm, but referee, no call.
That's fair play, guys.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of aggressiveness in soccer, but when you body a guy, you don't always have to call that.
Yep. To me, that was a bit shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
You want to let those go. If it was shoulder to the back, then it's a different story.
Dave Hall, Jack McArthur, JB Cunha, bringing you exciting action here. Already 6 minutes in, and OVF has the lead at 1-0. Two-time runner-up here in the Oregon Cup.
Yeah, Oregon State University has a lot of talent. I believe Jordan Jones went to Oregon State too. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yep.
Great ball here down the right side.
Hernandez down the right side and knocked out of bounds. Hernandez has a lot of speed.
He's got an eye for goal as well. You want that from your number 10. He can be creative on the ball. He can find the forwards.
There's a long reverse the field over to the right side.
OVF seems to have a ton of space on the ball. Their players are moving, supporting each other quite well at the moment.
I was just noticing it looks like they are spaced so well. Nice takeaway that time by IPS.
Oh, that's a hard challenge there. Referee's going to call him over, and he's going to show him a card. There's a yellow.
First booking of the night.
Yes, sir.
And let's see who that
Less
is.
than 10 minutes in.
I think that's number 11, Dave, or 14, or 10, excuse me. It was just a hard angle.
10.
It's a hard angle to see that one.
OVF number 10 gets the yellow card, and that is Brendan Erb. All right, free kick. IPS down 1-0. Send that one way out on the outside, and that's going to go out. Throw in for IPS. Looking for another ball, I think. Harvey tried to recruit you to get out there and play.
Yeah, referee wants to see the ball to make sure it's all right and not flat.
JB, Harvey tried to get you out there tonight?
He did not. Not tonight.
OVF. They like coming down the left side. They get it over on that side again. Thiem.
This is ours to win.
Great facility here at George Fox.
It's my first time out here, you know. It's really nice. If I went to college here, I'd love to play on the field like this. Back my college days, we played on the mud pit. It was pretty nice too.
You played at
I played at Warner Pacific University. Now they have, you know, great turf field. Almost
Right.
everywhere we have great turf fields around here, but
they
not
had-
when I went to school. Here
Yeah.
it comes. Same finish?
Yep.
What do you think?
Oh, he's going to pass it off instead.
in front, still with the ball. The
Wow.
shot, and there's a goal.
Another banger from OVF. And Dave, as I mentioned before, I talked about how you don't want to have too many touches in the ball. At that time, he went into space away from the keeper. Great finish.
Number 10.
Brendan Herb, the midfielder who goes to Oregon State University as well.
Oregon State kind of taking over early in this game.
We're 11 minutes in, and we got 2 goals. One at the 5-minute mark by Mo Thiem, and one at the 11-minute mark by Brendan Herb. It's 2-0 OVF.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Mo Thiem there. He had the opportunity to shoot it, but instead he kicked it to his teammate, went into the open field, open space, and it was a great finish.
A goal and assist for Mo Thiem.
Not bad for 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, see that he's had the biggest impact in this game so far for OVF.
Harvey's going to have to pull a trick out of his hat here pretty quickly.
2-0. Ball in. OVF still with it.
Can we see some urgency now from the build-up here? Just having a hard time building through the middle and turning the ball over.
Thiem again still inside. Dishes off on the side. Oh,
Referee said no penalty.
huge collision, no penalty.
Well, Thiem had another big opportunity to score there, but he decided to dish it off on the right side to his teammate. He's not selfish at all. He likes to pass the ball, too.
I'd let that one fly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to stay selfish, right? At this point,
Right.
If I was him, I'd
Just let
definitely
it
let
rip.
them fly a
Right.
little bit more.
Right.
But if things keep going this way, he could have a hat trick by halftime.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 13 minutes into this game. It's already 2-0. OVF with a commanding lead.
Mohamed Thiem, goal and assist already for OVF.
You can see IPS has collapsed back a little bit more.
Exactly.
It's very important to not get a third goal in here. Now can we counter? Rio made the run, but he was not rewarded.
Zavitzi
Good
down the
move.
right side.
Good ball.
Now can it keep going forward here, though?
Hernandez, 2 goals last week.
There it is.
Oh, cleared away.
We need more of that. We need more direct attacks from IPS here.
Yeah, they-
Hernandez with 2 goals and a penalty, and one of the kicks in the shootout.
Yeah, I agree. They need it. IPS needs to keep the urgency up.
Absolutely. And they have to be able to stop these attacks from the left-hand side here.
Right.
They have to stop this guy right here.
Well, he's got some great
Oh.
side moves.
Sticks with it. Yeah, referee gives the direct free kick. He was holding and pulling him down. And this is a dangerous set piece and a dangerous position here for OVF.
I would prefer a right-footed shot from right here. Over the wall, curling away from the keeper. But it looks like we have 2 options, a left-footed and a right-footer.
This is Quinn Bastida, number 11.
So they're going to be Ronaldo or Messi, left foot or right foot. Let's see what we got.
All
I
right.
think right foot.
Right
Yeah.
foot,
Oh, you're right.
too high.
Yep.
Not a bad try, though. It's hard to keep those down. He did a pretty good job. At least didn't embarrass himself on TV.
Yeah.
So when you're playing, that's in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't play many times with TV crews, you know, but when you do know that there's a TV crew, you definitely make sure you shave, you put something on your hair, and that when you go in for a tackle, you're going in a little extra hard. We have runners this time.
Tried to get the ball. Oh,
Referee calls an offside.
had a man
I
forward.
thought that could have been on. That's a tough call to make.
That was a close
Very
call.
tough call to make.
I guess we'll never know, guys. We don't have VAR here tonight.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. When you're a ref and you're a main ref, you have the right to have the power over the ARs, but he decided to bring it back and he called it offside.
That was Eric Hernandez who was on that move forward.
Yeah.
16 minutes into the first half, 2-0. OVF number 1 leads. This is their primary team. They brought another team. That team lost last week in the quarters.
I mean, this is a semi-pro match, you know. Some of these teams are USL 2, and we don't have VAR, but that would be very useful.
It would be. You know, I'd say that the impact of VAR in soccer has been generally positive, right? It's you never want to hear the heartbreaking stories of making it into a final.
Right in front. Oh, nice job clearing that out of the way.
you never want to be in a situation where you're in a tournament and it's for all the coins, and then the referee gets it wrong, and then one team gets impacted, right? So I think VAR is here for the greater good.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though it's not perfect. You know?
Right here. That we can't let him get that ball. Sorry, we defend first and we attack after.
Harvey yelling at the IPS players, we defend first and then we get after it.
That's important. I mean, they're 2 down, you know. They can't afford to go another goal
Right.
down. And
It's true.
it would be great if they could steal a ball here. And there it is.
There it is. There's one, and they manage. OVF manages to clear that away.
It was better. It was more organized pressure higher up the field from IPS this time.
That clearance that time by OVF, that was number 2, Max Hayes. That time they try to cut the ball off before it gets to Thiem. JB, I'm surprised how many times OVF has the ball in front. I mean, they're not off on the wing. They're right in front.
Yeah, they're doing a good job working the ball around, providing support, and they're finding the spaces. They seem a little bit better organized going forward than IPS. I feel like there's a bit of disconnect between their defense and their top players. Now we got a runner. That's what we need.
Down the side, that's number 9. Bruce Adanasov.
Here he goes again.
Close, the shot. Oh,
Deflected.
managed to get a shot off under those circumstances, just barely deflected. Thiem also almost had his second goal.
And a chance for a counter right away.
Last week, IPS had one of their better defenders back there, Wandi Ali, and he was able to play in the middle and kind of clean things out. But right now, they're having trouble in front.
Yeah, Wandi has been playing at this level for a long time as well. Good left-footed player. You know, when we put an experienced player in there, sometimes it makes a big difference.
That's it, Daniel. Just a little closer to him. A little closer to him. Watch it, Ethan. Watch the line, Ethan.
OVF just passing it back and forth, trying to control this match really, as IPS has another big chance.
Headed away that time by Jacob Young on the defense.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there by IPS. They should have kept possession of that ball.
Over on the side. Down the left side. Tried to get it ahead. Lucas Mueller was the player at that time trying to get it ahead to Mo Thiem. OVF steals that.
Stay there, Eric.
Can they press here?
OVF heads forward.
He has options.
Wesley Frankel, 28, sent that forward.
Another
In
good
the
attack
middle,
here.
Oh, wow.
just crossed it right in front of an OVF player.
OVF can put this game to bed here in this half. They put 1-2 more goals in. They have full control of this match. And I'd say this is the best time to do that right now. You don't want to give Harvey halftime to reorganize and find a way out of this game.
Yeah, right now OVF is really keeping the pressure up. They're pressing them, they're moving their guys up, and they're doing a great job of pressing IPS right now.
Oh, here we go.
There's a play coming down the left side. IPS ahead.
Can he drop it
Turns
back?
inside the shot. Oh,
Yeah, I agree. He could have dropped it back to his teammate for the shot there.
He was open.
deflected.
I mean, you have a forward. You got to give your forward some chances, and that was the chance that he needed right there.
Maybe we were looking at the best scoring opportunity so far for IPS that time, and the shot was deflected.
You know, they had a couple. They had the one that the goal that got called offsides. That was
Right.
very close.
Right.
Yeah.
And this goes as a big missed opportunity to me. It was they could have had an easier shot on goal.
IPS player slow to get up here. Referee's walking away from it, and his teammate is telling him, "Hey, ref, my guy's down."
Oh, he said he got the wind knocked out of him.
Oh,
He's
okay.
up. Is that Middleton? Is that Ryan Middleton? No, there's Ryan over there. OVF. And the goalie gets that.
Didn't need to do that. Could have kept passing that ball.
Exactly.
Slow the clock, control the game.
And that was a kick that went nowhere.
Now let's see if IPS presses up here. I think this is what they need to do. They need to get out. They need to press them here, win possession high up the field. They cannot wait and give them the space to just keep passing the ball around until halftime.
We're just past the midway mark in the first half. 2-0. OVF leads. They had a goal at the 5-minute mark and a goal at the 11-minute mark. Mothiam with one of those goals and assisted on the other. Goal kick.
Jake behind you. Now Jake's got 2. You got to drop 5 yards, Vinty. Behind you. Go hard, Daniel.
It's a great idea, but height advantage there for IPS center back, or cornerback, excuse me. Or
Big.
yeah, it is center back, yeah.
Big height advantage.
Yeah.
Got up in the air over Mothiam.
Now passes. Passes.
Okay, they move forward.
Passes.
They're stuck going backwards, you guys.
Got to go the other way.
Right, can't score a goal going backwards.
Tight, Eric.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Go on, Elijah.
The speedster.
Hernandez down the right side. Turns towards the middle.
He couldn't control it, but assistant referee calls for a goal kick.
All IPS players now on the opposition half, trying to press up high. Let's see if they keep it up there.
Down the left side, nobody noticed him that time, was Ethan Crofts for OVF.
Uh-oh.
Absolute dangerous ball.
In front, couldn't get the ball. Mothiam was coming in on the right side, but you're right, a dangerous pass.
Let's drop in.
Harvey happy to drop in and let OVF keep control of the ball for now. At least back in my days, IPS used to be a second half team. Let's see if that's still the case.
You're talking like that was a long time ago.
Feels like it. Feels like it.
You know the old saying, the older you get, the better you were. OVF not keeping the ball in the end.
Passes.
Can he switch here to Eric?
Hernandez down the right side. They do get it to him. He's out there. He's alone. Cuts inside, makes another cut, and taken away. Nice job defensively. 22, and that is Lucas Mueller.
Oh, wow, he just megged him there. Pure skill.
Boy, he's got great footwork.
Just a little bit too strong of a touch there. Out of bounds, going to come back for IPS goal kick.
Mothiam with the footwork that time, but went out.
That's his first mistake of the day. Everything he's touched so far has turned into gold.
It's true. Goal and assist. The first, what, 10 minutes? Yeah.
Eric Hernandez came over and talked to Harvey Hurst, and they were just baiting about what to do.
You need to win those fights in the middle right there.
That's okay.
Can they press and get the ball back?
In the middle, goalie's going to get that.
A little more pressure this time.
Some pressure, some in the middle there. Here comes OVF.
Triple team, as they call the push there.
So it'll be a free kick coming up for OVF.
These field mics catch everything, man. I just heard something else, too.
It makes it real that way.
Yep.
That's exactly where I don't want him going.
Here comes Mo again.
Did you have situations where players talk to you while you were playing? Opposing
All
players.
the time. Yes. Mostly in America, though. In Brazil, people would stay more quiet. You talk more with your feet.
There you go.
Yeah. Just try to cross somebody up instead of saying something to him.
Hernandez wants the ball out on the right. He's got it.
Now we need a couple of link-ups here. He can't do it alone.
They get it back. They're in the right corner. Cross coming up, blocked. Hernandez tries to get to it.
Oh, that's a very hard foul right outside the box there, Dave.
Hernandez goes down, a foul.
Dangerous set piece for IPS coming up.
Let's see if they can capitalize here. They need something, maybe a bit of luck, change this game around.
All right. Going to take the penalty or the kick. That's Rio Asai, number 8. Hernandez standing there with him.
We have the big center backs in the middle as well. We can expect a cross here. No, ball to Rio, down the line, and the cross.
In the middle, the shot, goal.
They
IPS gets right back.
They needed that one desperately.
And set that one up really well.
You know, OVF should be really upset about this. With such a dominant first 30 minutes to be
collapsing there, yeah.
To get scored on here doesn't feel good. This game could have been wrapped up by now. Now you've given IPS some life, and you have second half to fight still.
The goal was by Elijah White, the assist to Eric Hernandez.
I think Eric was the one who passed it to Rio down the line, and then Rio crossed in.
That's it.
Number 26, Elijah White, yep. Great finish.
So 2-1, cut that lead in half, just like JB was saying. You don't want to let it go to 3-0. Well, it went to 2-1. Big play for.
Oh, here it goes. Rio,
Asai.
Can he find an outlet here? They're
They
still
drop
at
it back.
Hold it.
Still going.
Over in the corner.
Yeah, Hernandez got shoved in the corner there, so it's going to be a free kick.
Another foul here.
That's Zavidzi, number 13 for IPS over in the corner. Levan Zavidzi, number 13. He'll take the corner kick, I think.
It's actually a free kick. Yeah.
Free kick.
Because Hernandez got shoved down in the corner there.
Okay. No, it's not Zavidzi. It's Zavidzi heads up towards.
Keep it in, Eric.
Here comes the corner for IPS. Boy, a goal here to get this back to really close. Not close, to get it back to even.
Here goes Mo.
Nice defensive play that time for IPS.
That was an important stop right there.
That was a great play on Mothium, and it was by number 5 for IPS, and that is Daniel Allred. Some life in IPS.
Yeah, we have a game again all of a sudden.
Now Harvey can make arrangements here or adaptions or whatever he wants to do in the second half, but we're at the almost 33-minute mark of the first half, and it's 2-1 now.
This is what IPS wanted, right? Harvey is happy to sit back. He has confidence in his team, and if he can get a goal back, he knows he's still in the game.
Well, 2 goals in the first 11 minutes, and now 23 minutes without a goal for OVF. Down the side, staved to Daniel Allred.
Let's keep the ball.
Going to leave it for Hernandez. Hernandez forward, outruns his man. Can he get across? Holds up. Oh, shoots it right into an OVF defender.
Stay outside, Eric.
Back and forth play, and I think it's a throw-in coming up for OVF. Can you see, is that right?
Throw for IPS.
Oh, throw for IPS. IPS says they have the ball, and they do.
Hands!
Did he call another foul here?
Yeah, he did.
Harvey was yelling for a handball.
Yeah, he called a foul. It's going to be moved back a little bit, but it's a direct free kick for IPS coming up. Another set piece.
Right outside of the corner, right outside of the box again.
And it's going to be Rio Asai and Eric Hernandez again at the ball.
All of a sudden, OVF on their heels.
Momentum has definitely changed. There's no question about that. Hernandez lobs
Ball.
it towards
Oh, beautiful
Wow.
goal.
What a finish by Hernandez. Top left corner. He could not have placed that better.
He couldn't have picked the ball up and threw it in the net any better than that.
I agree. That was absolute class there from Hernandez. Beautiful goal.
It looked like he was about to cross that ball. You have to wonder if he meant to do that.
That
I
thought
want to
was
go
going.
ahead.
That was going through my mind. Did he mean to put that in
You
the
know
net?
what? I don't know. I think that he meant to cross it in deep, but you know what? It worked out in the end because it went top left corner.
You know, sometimes you just put the ball in the dangerous areas, like bending towards the far corner. If somebody touches it, great. If it doesn't, it might go in still.
Well, we were talking about how desperate the situation was at 2-0.
Well,
it's now 2-2.
We're
Exactly.
tied now. Yeah, what a game. Yeah, action-packed first half for sure. Lots of goals, lots of action.
I'll tell you what, though, we're not done. There are more goals to come.
Definitely.
Exactly.
This is just the beginning.
Nice block by IPS that time. Middleton sends it on the outside,
It's anybody's game now.
and that's going to go out.
That would have been a cheeky little touch there.
Throw-in coming up for OVF. Lucas Mueller on the throw-in, number 22, right in front of us. That's our cameraman, Ryan Johnson, down there getting those close-up shots.
Can they find them? Oh, he stopped running. He thought it was going to be outside, offsides.
Right, he stopped.
Know where they are. Just know where they are.
2-2 our score,
Eric behind you.
36-minute mark.
This guy cannot get the ball here.
This game looked really one-sided right at first. Oh, that's a good
There's
run.
a-
He's in.
Yeah, that's onside too.
He
Oh,
tried to get
referee
the ball.
called it.
I thought that was on, honestly.
It looked on to me.
Yeah.
I thought they were trying to get it off on the side to Mothium, and And their flag went up, offside.
Yeah, it's anybody's game now.
We've had a few very close offsides calls here. This one, the other one for IPS.
Right.
It's all right, Ethan.
Excellent
A
work.
through ball. Thiem down there turns around, gets a shot away. Oh,
What a
goaltender makes a
shot.
great save.
Yeah, great shot, but an even better save, Dave. And this one's going to be a corner, so another big opportunity for OVF here.
Yeah, Mo did a great job again, cutting back to the right, to his strong right foot. You can tell he's a right-footed player, and he's doing the right things. This time, though, he didn't find the corner like he did in his first shot of the match.
Yeah.
All right, corner kick. There's the kick by OVF, headed away.
And a good chance for a counter here. Can they capitalize?
Still with the ball. And they'll send it all the way back to the goalie.
Get into space. Get into space. Who wants it?
Mo with space.
Boy, they give him a lot of space, don't they?
It's going to be a corner. Yeah, they do give him a lot of space, though. And he's really crafty, too. He knows how to get open, move to the left, move to the right, and get a shot on goal when he needs to.
Daniel's
Be
going
down
to
in
have
the left
nightmares
corner.
here at the end of the night. He's doing a good job so far. He's won a couple of challenges, but for the most part, Mo's really giving him a hard time in this first half.
Corner kick coming up from the left.
This is why I didn't ever want to be a defender, is because of players like Mo. Oh, man.
Wow, he's going to want that one back because he had a perfect
Right on the
place
guy's
to
head,
score
and he
header.
jumped up and headed
Yeah.
it the wrong way.
He had a perfect opportunity to score. They're unable to capitalize. Just wide left in the corner, but he was right in front of the keeper.
Great center from the corner, just headed it the wrong way.
Yeah, it's as close as a gimme as you're going to get.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, taken away.
Keep him in.
And all the way back out to midfield.
Well done, Borche.
That was headed out of bounds. That was number 4, Joel Glosser.
Keep it on the ground. Let's get it off him.
They're going to the outside, trying to get it out there to Hernandez again. That's going to go out. Be a throw-in coming up for IPS.
Hey.
Yeah, you can tell that Hernandez and Rio are the strongest link-ups here on the IPS side. And then Mo here on the left-hand side for OVF.
Rio Asai in the middle there. They get Hernandez down the right side, Asai in the middle. Ryan Middleton moved up that time.
Eric, let's recover 10 yards.
We got about 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. 2-2 our score. Started out 2-0 in favor of OVF. 2 quick goals, one at the 5-minute mark, one at the 11-minute mark. And now 2 goals for IPS. Those goals coming 5 minutes apart. In fact, the goals for OVF came 5 minutes apart. The goals for IPS came 5 minutes apart.
That's right. Now, out of the two teams, OVF would be the most disappointed out of the two going into the second half.
Definitely.
For blowing a lead, an early lead, and a few other chances. They could have put this game to bed.
Asai turns in the middle, dishes it off. Oh,
Good link up.
a back foot
Wait for the run.
pass.
Give it.
Oh, and knocked away. Maybe one too many passes there.
Ethan far.
IPS with another shot, though.
In
Oh.
front. Oh, goalie came out and knocked that away.
Oh,
Roman Gabriel with a great
that's a
save
shot
that
right
time.
here. What is he calling? What did he call?
Well, that seems to be the question everybody's asking, including Harvey Hurst.
I'm not the only one wondering, yeah. That ball was rolling, ref.
Yeah, I have no idea what that call was.
We gotta work.
He called a foul.
Hey, he's giving a yell to somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, he's giving a yellow card to IPS.
That's number 9.
Borche.
Yeah.
Probably for complaining about the call. He was likely wondering as well.
Adanosov with the yellow card.
What's going on here?
It's our ball.
Now they're arguing over whose ball it is.
It's a bit of a mess.
All right. Referee drops it on the ground. And it's OVF. They go way down the field trying to get the ball to Mothiam. He has it in the corner. Pretty good defense that time by Daniel Alred on Mothiam.
Now they can break here with speed. They got runners.
Tried to get that ball through ahead to Adanosov and did not. 3 minutes or 2 minutes left to go in the first half.
Ethan, keep it.
Zavidzi
That's it, Levon.
turns.
Can he
Still
shoot
with the ball.
here?
Can he shoot? He does. Oh,
Well done, Levon.
Gabriel
Eric.
scoops that up on the first hop.
Eric. I'm calling you right there, man.
Mothiam. Dishes that off on the far right side.
Daniel, this is you. This is you coming to you, 28. Stay in. That's you, Daniel. That's better. That's better. That's better. Solo. Come on, keep going. Show Borche.
Pass and go.
Keep going, Jake.
Yeah, and go.
Oh, too far ahead trying to get it to Hernandez.
Come on, guys. Yeah, come on. Push, push.
I always tell my kids when I used to coach them, as soon as you steal the ball, make a pass and make a run.
Did they listen?
For the most part.
All right, throw-in coming up for IPS. Less than a minute go in regulation time here in the first half. 2-2 our score.
Still have a player down at the end of the field here for OVF, but IPS does not care. Still going forward.
Right.
It seems like that's what often happens in sports. There's an injury, they really don't care, regardless whether it's basketball or soccer, they just keep playing.
Sometimes you see the good fair play and they stop and they kick it out.
But other
He's still
times,
down though.
yeah.
I don't know. The goalie takes a look. He's up, but he's
Looks like a
hobbling.
leg injury. He's walking off the field right now. Or he's
All right, we're at the
Oh,
45
he's
minute
back
mark.
down, you
he's
guys.
back down. Yeah, he's trying to get the referee's attention because he has an injured ankle right now. Referee signal with the X. He's gonna stop the clock.
OVF.
Well, we've reached the 45-minute mark.
Yeah, so I guess. I mean, because in this tournament we've had instances where the refs have called an extra minute or two of extra time. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do here.
Player down for OVF. The clock's at the 45 minute mark. If we have any more time, it's extra time.
It's literally injury time.
And that player's going to come off the field. They're going to send a couple of players out to help him off.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have number 15. Come on. Oscar Rosas, the forward.
That might be Ethan Crofts. I'm not sure. I won't speculate till I see his number, but
It does sound like it's Ethan.
Yeah. Oscar Rosas to come on for OVF.
okay, he's limping coming off to the side, and that is
31.
it is Crofts.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right.
Ethan Crofts. All right, let's see how much extra time we have here.
Probably a minute or two.
Nothing now, boys. Nothing. Eric, to here. Don't let this guy get it here.
Oh, nice steal that time by Eric Hernandez.
Ole.
Let's keep this ball.
In the middle, yeah. Uh-oh.
Goes to the middle. They're blocked. Levidzi has the ball.
Good footwork there. Can they get a shot here towards the end of the half? Last chance.
Yeah, right. Can't get a shot. Spin move. Another spin move.
Good through ball.
Did he find a runner?
Too hard of a
far
pass.
ahead
Yeah.
for Eric Hernandez.
Looks like this will be the end of the half here.
Yeah, referee's going to call it soon.
2-2 our score.
Still waiting for the ref to blow that whistle, but
Rio behind you.
he's going to let him play for a little bit longer.
They're trying to get it back to Theum on down the side.
Can they take a shot here? Oh, they found him.
They found Theum. He's right in front. The shot.
Wow.
Yes.
That's going to be the end of the first half. You know what? That is the best way to capitalize at the end of a first half, or in general. That's just a great finish. Pure class.
Theum his second goal in the lead. 3-2.
Yeah, his second of the night. Great finish. And he used the weak foot, too. I believe he's a right footer. He used the left foot in that shot. Great finish, well placed, bottom left corner.
Yeah, kept it simple, nothing too fancy. Just found a way past the keeper.
5 goals here in the first half.
You don't always see that, but I'm not complaining.
Hernandez. Can he get something before the end of the half? Towards the middle.
Looking at his watch.
Mo is headed down the side. They try to get it ahead to him too far.
And referee calls the halftime.
All right, we are at halftime. Our score here at halftime, it is OVF 3, IPS 2. Let me recap the scoring for you in this game. We started off at the 5-minute mark with a goal for OVF by Mo Theum. Then another goal at the 11-minute mark, that one by Brendan Herb, and Mo Theum on the assist on that goal. By then, it was 2-0. We were talking about maybe a rout here, but IPS put it back together and scored 5 minutes apart at the 30-minute mark. Elijah White with a goal at the 35-minute mark. Eric Hernandez with a goal. It was 2-2. I thought we might go into halftime at 2-2, but right there in extra time in the first half, Mo Theum scored again, his second goal to go along with that one assist, and it is 3-2 OVF with the lead. And JB, your thoughts?
My thoughts is that I think both teams are going to be a little bit disappointed with the first half. IPS is going to be a little disappointed for just getting scored here at the end after fighting back.
Yeah.
And OVF as well, you know, this game could have been 3-4-0 at this point. They didn't put it to bed. Obviously, they have the lead still, but it's anyone's game at this point.
Jack?
Well, I agree. It really is anyone's game, JB. And it was tied for a bit. And then Mo Theum, no other than Mo Theum, because he's been the best player for OVF tonight with a great finish. Left-footed shot there in the net. But I think that OVF has stayed resilient, or excuse me, IPS has stayed resilient, and they're still in this game. They're only trailing by a goal, so it's really anybody's match right now.
All right, got some sponsors we need to thank for their contribution to tonight's activity. The first is Oregon Collision Center, and they're in Forest Grove. They offer complete auto body paint services, deductible assistance, free estimates, insurance claims processing, and lifetime warranty. That's Oregon Collision Center. Senzo Construction. Senzo Construction, want to thank them for supporting local soccer and the Oregon Open Cup. They're in Vancouver, Washington. Senza prides itself on commitment to quality and attention to detail. Senza is proud to sponsor the region's finest athletic teams. And finally, a sponsor that Jack is familiar with, Protagonist Soccer. They cover all the lower leagues in the United States from coast to coast, and they're the leading platform for top quality grassroots soccer coverage in the American game. Visit protagonistsoccer.com for player interviews, match recaps, and a massive selection of podcasts tailored for every soccer fan. You know, JB, while we got you here, let's talk a little bit.
Yeah.
What's the state of soccer in Oregon?
In Oregon, man, I think the state of soccer in Oregon is getting better by the minute. Just because I remember when I played for IPS and we played on the lower leagues here in the amateur leagues regionally, and there was not a whole lot of competition. The leagues were even struggling to stay up, and now, you know, I don't know, 75% of the players or the teams sometimes that play around here. We have teams in the USL. We have a lot of good stuff. I even see some crowds showing up to some of these games. So I think the state of soccer here is getting better by the minute.
You know, I do a lot of high school games around the state, and one of the things I've noticed over the last couple of years is how many kids that are playing are getting scholarships and getting scholarships to legitimate Division I schools around the United States, and I mean all over the United States.
Absolutely. I mean, we have the Timbers, we have the Thorns. We have a good soccer city, you know, for the United States. You go to a Timbers game, if you've never been to a soccer stadium and you go to the Timber Stadium, you will get a real soccer atmosphere.
You know, and you can credit the Timbers with a lot of that. They run academies in Portland,
That's right.
Salem, Eugene. They have teams that are playing. We did the Oregon Women's Open Cup 2 weeks ago, and it was won by the West Side Timbers.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I would also say just the Portland fans in general. When the community stands behind a team, you know, when there's a team, we typically stand behind them pretty well. Not only the Timbers, you know, you see the Thorns, they have great following. And some of these other teams like PDX, they're starting to have a little bit of a following as well. And it's all goodness. I haven't seen many negative things. I remember playing in my days, we didn't have any turf fields to play on.
You know, the fans are getting more knowledgeable all the time too, and I think the fans in Portland are very knowledgeable about the game.
Yeah. I mean, channels like yours definitely help as well. So
Yep.
props to you guys for doing the grassroots.
Well, thank you. How does the process work in Brazil? I'm sure it's much more intense and at a much younger age.
Right.
It's different in Brazil because kids love soccer. They don't love basketball. They don't love baseball. They don't have tons of other sports that they could go into. You know, we have soccer. We have volleyball as well. We do well in volleyball, but
We've talked before. To play soccer, you need a ball.
exactly.
You don't
right?
need a shoulder pad, or you don't need a bat, or you don't need
Golf club, you don't
gloves
need-
or clubs or any of that. You just need the ball, and you can play in the street if you want to.
I mean, how many times I've played in the street without a ball? You just everybody goes and gets socks, and we make a sock ball, you know, and we play barefoot. And then the winner gets a big 2-liter thing of Coca-Cola at the end, and that was our World Cup, man. And and we would literally stay the afternoon out there, and our parents would have to fight us to get back into the house, not to get out of the house, like it's some cases nowadays.
And the commitment to soccer, the Brazilian team is probably, the fans I would describe as crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, any tournament the Brazilian national team is on, we expect the best, right? So those guys have a lot of pressure every time they step onto a field.
I've noticed, too, that when we do these games, we get a lot of players that are out on the field that are from countries in Central America, countries in South America. A lot of players come to the United States to play.
Oh yeah, that's why I came here. I
You
came
came
here
to
to
play?
play. Yeah, I came here to play. I played in Brazil. In São Paulo, I moved to Corinthians when I was 14 years old, and I lived there for about a month. And you know, that was about 50 other kids my age, so team A, B, and C, and they're all fighting for the same spot. And for some of those kids, it's their livelihood. Even though they're 14-year-olds, they are bringing the bread home, you know, because of that team, because they're
Right.
playing for that club. And so when there are newcomers showing up, I was not welcome. They made that very clear from the get-go.
Dang.
And it's kind of a survival of the fittest, right? And there you didn't have to pay to play at that level. You get to a certain level, you don't have to pay. I think the Timbers are like that nowadays as well here, but
Right.
it's their livelihood. So I was luckily, upper middle class, so I was leaving a nice home comfort to go live in a dorm without electricity, in a different state with a bunch of kids who had
Eating top ramen noodles.
Yeah.
I mean, for them, that was a palace, right? They were living it good. They were getting it good there, and I was sort of making sacrifices. So it kind of puts into perspective as well, right? When we have all of these resources given to us, we don't always know what struggles other kids are going through, and to play soccer in other countries. Kids, it's their lives. Here, it's another sport that they have sometimes when there's many other available. So,
One of the big changes, 10 years ago, I didn't even know what futsal was.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of it. Now you look around, there's courts all over Portland. I mean, that have gone up, new courts. There's couple out in Gresham. There's that big one, Oregon Premier Futsal in Oregon City. There's the Hillsborough Indoor Soccer. They have tournaments all the time. There's lots of kids playing futsal.
exactly. 10, 15 years ago, there was none, right?
None, right.
And so, I almost wished I was born in the year 2000 or so, and then came here now when you guys have all of these resources and futsal and all of the the turf fields, because, man, I had played on turf field once in Brazil, and I came here at 17 years old,
Right.
But the game is played everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's on a turf field, if it's on gravel. So
It's always great talking with you, JB, about soccer.
yeah,
Look,
thanks, Dave.
we got a couple more sponsors we're adding today, and I want to tell you about it. One of them is the Goal Soccer Bar. You can check them out. They're Portland's newest dedicated soccer bar. Goal is excited to offer delicious Peruvian cuisine on their menu, friendly bar staff, and an incredible outdoor soccer vibe. Watch a match at Goal and feel as though you're actually at the stadium. You can check them out at 18th and Hawthorne in Portland.
You been there?
Yes, I have.
That's a great place.
And
I've never been there, but yeah.
You never been there?
No.
Boy, you have to.
And-
It's awesome.
And also another sponsor we have tonight is Gilda's Italian Restaurant.
I'm hungry now.
They believe the best food is prepared simply using the best ingredients and made with love. The same type of food you'd experience at a real Italian home. They're located in downtown Portland, right by Providence Park, and they're proud to be supporters of local sports. And I have ate there many times, and their food is delicious too.
So the bar Goal, the owner there, Pete, I know him. I actually hosted him in Brazil at the
Really?
World Cup in Brazil in 2014.
That's
him and
Really?
his family. Yes.
Wow.
You were at the World Cup in 2014?
Yes,
You
I
got
was.
into games?
No, I didn't get into the games, but I got into the country with about 9 of my American friends,
Ah.
and we had a blast. Have you ever been to a World Cup?
No, I have not.
Man,
been-
I wish. I
Well,
wish.
it's coming here now, guys, in
Really?
a few years,
Right.
That's right. Isn't it 2026 in
Yeah,
LA?
I am not sure. It will be in a few cities. It'll be U.S., Canada, I believe.
That's
Mhm.
right.
So
I think LA is one of those other big cities that's going to host it. Yeah.
yeah, Seattle might have games. I don't think Portland will.
Portland's not big enough when you compare it to LA and
Right,
No,
you got to have
yeah.
a stadium seats about 60,000.
Yeah.
to
or
Yeah.
host
more.
that.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
LA has that for sure. Los Angeles, yeah.
Well, the championship game is next Wednesday night. Are you coming here to help us do that?
Well, let's see if I get an invitation, Dave.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think that Dave and I want to give you an invitation, man.
Right,
But you're more
right.
than welcome to join us. Yeah.
I have a lot of pull. Let's see what I can do.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
All right, our score here at halftime, it is 2-2. I'm sorry, 3-2.
3-2, yeah.
3-2 OVF with that late goal by Mo Theum. We'll start the second half here. IPS will be to our right. They're in the red jerseys with the white lettering, white trunks. OVF will be to our left. They will move from left to right. They're in their blue jerseys, gold lettering, and black shorts. They hold the lead at 3-2. We can figure it out. Great camera work in the first half. You were right there in front. There, a lot of action happened right in front of you. That's our producer, Ryan Johnson. Did you get all those of them getting the ball forward to Mo Theum, number 18? All right, that'd be exciting to watch.
Let's hope he didn't miss those, because those are key.
Yeah.
Number 20 right in front of us, that's Jay Garmondy. They have him on this side, Mo Theum on the other side now. Scott Douglas checking in.
He's got T2 shorts on. That
IPS, I believe, changed goalies. I think that's Thiago Pereira in goal now.
Another Brazilian.
Is that right?
Yeah, I spoke to him in Portuguese. I greeted him in Portuguese. He got all thrown off.
Oh. How many languages do you speak?
I speak English and Portuguese, and I try a little Spanish.
Ah.
But it's a mix between Portuguese and Spanish, so call it Portuñol.
All right. IPS gets action underway here in the second half, down 3-2. There were times in the first half when they looked like they had it all put together. That's going to go out. We got that. Remember, the winner of this is going to get Lane United in the championship game next Wednesday night at 8:30 right here at Austin Sports Complex at George Fox University. We're bringing this game here on Oregon Sports Beat. I'm Dave Hall along with Jack McArthur and our special guest tonight, JB Cunha. See any changes, JB, in the alignment so far? Start second half here. Harvey do anything different?
You know, I'm not sure if I saw the subs here. It was number 2.
Number 2 for IPS checked into the game, and number 2 is Scott Douglas.
Yep.
As far as formations go, I haven't seen any changes, to be honest. Harvey's still playing with the back 4, still letting OVF control the ball here in the back without too much pressure.
I think that got them in trouble in the beginning of the game.
You know, yeah, they were a little slow to adapt to the spacing OVF provided right at the beginning, and the passing and the speed from Mo on the left-hand side.
Jose Morales, the goalie, over to talk. Now we're ready to go. Throw-in coming up for OVF. Douglas, who checked in with the ball.
A little too direct from Rio there.
OVF with 4 defenders back right across that back line.
Good anticipation. Can they work it here?
Levan Zavidzi, I'm sorry. Douglas, the give and go, tried to get it back to Ethan Elliott, went out. Throw in, OVF.
It's a good idea from Douglas, just too hard of a pass.
Have a shot from here, son. No?
Decided to play it out on the right wing instead.
Still got a chance here.
Oh!
Ooh. Wide right.
Wide to the right. Quick shot that time by IPS.
Yeah, I think it's Borsch's first shot. Seems to be limping a little bit now since that shot, though.
Adanasov, number 9. Got a player over on the left. Zavidzi turns it back to the middle. Rio Asai, number 8. Gets it off on the side, still with the ball, a shot. Deflected. Still in front. That one way up in the air.
Another risky clearance. They're playing it back in the middle, or another risky ball I made.
IPS playing aggressively there. Jay Carmody in the front. They get it back, and that's going to go back to the goalie.
Oh, wow.
Important stop by Jael there. OVF had numbers going forward with speed. An important interception there.
Oscar Rojas with the ball for OVF.
IPS is winning a few more challenges in the middle right now. It's
They
serving
are.
them well, giving them a few more chances going forward.
On the outside.
Yeah, I mean, even though OVF has 4 or 5 blue shirts back there, you see IPS is definitely keeping the pressure up.
Yeah. It looks like Rio has dropped a little bit deeper for IPS. And
Hernandez, or
not Hernandez here.
number 9.
Yep. Timur's brother. I forget his first name.
Levan Zavidzi.
Correct. I think he's switched with Rio. He's playing a little bit higher. Rio dropped a little bit lower.
Yep, I think you're exactly right.
Rio has some quick feed. He can probably find some quicker passes here in the middle of the park and keep possession for them. Maybe even find the key pass going forward.
He worked well with Eric Hernandez in the first half.
Yeah, he sure did. He was hanging out a little bit more towards the right side with Eric in the first half. You're right, Dave. I see him hanging out on the left this side, though, and a little bit deeper.
OVF
Good chance here.
Looking to break.
still with the ball in the middle. They'll send it way on the outside. Oh, a shot out there by Carmody. Still with the ball, OVF. Oh, tried to center that right in the middle. Mo Thean with the ball,
On a hat
turns
trick.
inside. Oh,
He just skied it wide right, but he had a great opportunity there to get the hat trick. 2 goals on the night and an assist as well.
He's still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Seems like he has plenty of space still on his left side.
well, he
Not
is
much has
not-
changed.
He is not a big guy out there with the other guys.
He's
You know, it
quick,
doesn't
though.
really matter.
He's quick,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, very quick.
Doesn't really matter. Lane United had another player that was a little bit shorter, but he was very good as well.
Jay Carmody right there, number 20.
Yeah, height and size doesn't really matter as long as you have the heart, you know? Like Lionel Messi's 5'7". Dude's one of the best players ever. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Wind picking up a little bit here.
Yep.
Get the ball up in the air, and it's
Yeah, and a right-footed cross here with the wind could be pretty dangerous.
and curving in towards the goal. A
There it
header.
is.
Goal
Oh,
line,
right
man.
in front.
How
Couple of
did that
swipes
not
and-
go in?
Wow.
Right. How did that not go in?
That really was on the goal line.
We got a 2v2 here
3v2.
3v2.
You see the left wing. He stays
Get it
on.
ahead.
Yeah, he's on, too.
for the tie.
Just a
Oh.
well-placed, or a poorly placed ball. Right to the keeper.
Scott Douglas, who checked in here in the second half, just didn't get anything on that, but
Yeah,
it looked good for a while.
he did look offside to me as well. Still going, though.
That was a big risk for him to not touch that because, you know, I thought that OVF player was going to come in there and keep it
Yeah.
in.
And that shot was just unfortunate. Didn't open his body up enough. Looked like he was trying to go to the keeper's weak side, far post.
Yeah,
there's
he
a
didn't have
trip.
enough control behind it really when he
Yeah.
was trying to place it right.
That
And
is-
didn't have the power either. Kind of looked like he
Yeah.
hit it with his purse a little bit.
Yeah.
Find Levon.
But he's got another chance with the ball here.
Run at him.
Zavitzi
Borch
heads
is open.
forward.
Yeah, the middle is wide open. He's got a
Can he shoot? Oh, or
Take
find
the
the open
shot.
spot. Yes.
great
First
pass.
time.
Oh,
This time he skied it.
Douglas skied it that time, right in front.
Yeah.
Nice pass by Zavitzi.
Just got to get your head over that ball and strike it right. So my coach always told me, got to get your head over the ball. Make sure you're going to strike that thing right. Because if you're way too far back, the ball's going to go way over that. That
Yeah,
post.
I think he hit it that a little bit too soft.
Yeah.
He tried to place it really well, ended up getting under the ball and again not hitting it hard enough. As a player, you just want to put that behind you. You know, you got
Yeah.
2 quick chances. You whiffed them both,
You want to keep going.
but you got to keep going. You got to forget about that and get the next shot.
Right. Sometimes in sports it's great to have a short memory.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of people in sports, a lot of players in sports that will, really be upset about something, or they'll, the ref missed a call and they'll be bickering about it. But you just got to keep playing, man. You got to play till the final whistle.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in soccer, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's one moment. One moment can change the game.
You got plenty of chances.
Keeper can make 10 saves, but if the game is 0-0 and he lets
Right.
go one,
Then everybody hates him sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, sent that back to the goalie. He cleared it just before he was under pressure.
Oh, bit of a pullback there. He does not like that one.
No, Ethan Elliott.
Not at all.
Expressing his displeasure.
it was a little pull.
Yeah,
Probably fair to call that a foul.
it's a good call.
Steps forward, OVF in the middle.
You got to. Oh man, I thought he was gonna shoot that.
I did too. Get it off on the side. Mo Thean
Back to the middle again.
to the middle.
Missed the
Broken
pass
up.
that time. Now can IPS break here?
Oh, almost got that through to Douglas. I'm
Still
sorry, not
fighting.
Douglas. That was
Now Rio with it in the middle.
Aronasa.
That's a dangerous play right here. They're going to get a chance out of this.
Good ball on the right wing.
can't get a shot away. Was set up great by Rio Asai, but couldn't get her shot away.
You got to be disappointed with that try.
Yeah.
You got to get that ball on target with numbers. And here's Mo.
Mo quickly ahead in the middle. Oh, tried to get it in the middle and
Sliding save.
sliding save by one of the defenders.
That was the most important challenge of the match so far right there.
Make it count. We can't run
Yeah, because IPS is still in this game. They're only trailing by 1. So
Yeah, you don't want to get scored on again here and have to climb 2 goals back again.
Again. I thought that was a handball. Maybe not.
you heard Harvey Hurst yelling hands, so he wanted the same call.
Couple of scissors.
OVF and hooks that ball to the right.
Wide right, yep.
Check into the game for OVF. That's number 21, and that's Edwin Ortiz.
Watch him. Okay. Hey, Mitty. Number 10 there, man. Don't let him turn with it. Working on it.
Edwin Ortiz coming into this game here, Dave.
Looks like this is the team captain coming out.
Yeah, number 11. Quinn Bastida.
Quinn didn't look too happy there.
He didn't.
All the way back.
Here it is, Eric.
Zavitzi presses forward, but they send it back to the goalie.
Play. Sit down, Eric. Sit down.
Mo just keeps running at that defense.
Good stuff,
He's
Daniel.
constant pressure over on that left side. He was on the left side when they were going this way. He's on the left side that way. Just players sometimes have a side they want to be on all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a right player, I mean a right-footed player, putting Mo on the left side allows him to cut back towards the middle like he did for his first goal, and
That's true.
and giving him a chance to, to finish with his right foot. We see a lot of that going on in modern football.
Yeah. Like Neymar plays in the left wing a lot because he likes to cut it back and shoot with his right foot.
Right.
Same thing with left-footed players to play on the right wing occasionally. It happens.
We're approaching the 60-minute mark.
Some good passes here.
See if we can get a shot away.
He's going to play it back on the right wing instead.
Thiago Piero picked it up, threw it out. IPS with the ball.
Got 2 runners there, but now he ran out of time.
Yeah.
It was Zavidzi.
Yeah, he was being held there.
I'm really pleased with OVF's composure on the ball. They seem to, not rush anything, or at least for the most part. They can control the pace of the game, and they seem like the superior team at this point.
Just from a tactical standpoint, they seem like the team that's had more control, more opportunities.
Yeah, more possession.
Right.
Once they have possession, they can keep the ball 2-3 touches. Receive pass. And then when we get to Mo here, we can really explore some avenues.
Right. Shot in, cleared away. Off on the side, that's number 19, Joe Gonzalez. Turn around, they want him to come back inside, leave to give and go high. Wide left and up high.
Not a great shot, but a great build-up. These guys are really stringing some passes together. And IVF still doesn't have an answer for that. IPS.
Yeah.
We're at the 61-minute mark, 3-2, 1-goal lead for OVF. IPS by no means out of this game.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game, really. One goal deficit for IPS, but they're going to have to keep the pressure up.
Referee called a dangerous foul here. Once again, I'm not sure if I saw the foul that he called this time. Nonetheless, though, this is a big chance.
What happened to the IPS subs? There's nobody down there on their bench.
Yeah.
Sometimes you show up with 11.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they had any subs in the first half either. So.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they only have 11. Yeah, when we were watching the swoosh game from last week, they only had 11 players. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay, it looks to me like they had
He
a
just
lot
shoot-
of
he
players
just
and
showed-
2 goalies.
Referee just showed 2 yellow cards in a row. He just saw him show yellow, put it away, showed another one.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That was
Again?
about a foot away from being a goal.
Yeah, you put the ball in a dangerous zone. Sometimes somebody touches that ball goes in.
Thiago Pereira up, knocked that away.
Another corner here. Yeah, another corner kick here for OVF.
They don't. In the top U.S.
Harvey is debating whether or not the referee should be showing that many yellow cards.
As a ref, if you have players bickering at you and saying things and saying, what the hell is that, and cussing at you, it gets to a point where you kind of have to show the yellow for discipline, because if players are just going to cuss at you, you can't just let that happen.
He said
you got to show the yellow. Yeah.
Harvey said good referees don't do that.
Well, it's a debatable one.
Now our producer, Ryan Johnson, got in the argument. Yeah. It's going to get ugly there. All right, all the way back. OVF's going to go back and get it.
I'd like to see IPS get up and pressure this ball here instead of waiting for the game to come at them.
Well, they are doing exactly that. They must have heard you.
I mean, OVF is happy to keep the ball here. They don't.
Right.
Yeah, but
They are not pressured, right? Not under pressure. But that's the problem. Once they pressure, they put runners in behind.
oh, that's a very dangerous tackle.
OVF with the ball. Eric Hernandez hits the deck, no call. Rio Asai at midfield. He'll send it back. Ryan Middleton.
Game has slowed down a little bit here today. OVF happy to do that, though.
Right, it slowed down considerably. We're in the 65-minute mark. Got a player. OVF's got a player on the outside.
Yep.
Offside.
Offside flag went up there. That one was a little bit more obvious.
IPS needs to take this quickly here.
And they're going to.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Outside the box, he had to kick that because he couldn't grab that outside the box. Or else
Eric
that would've
Hernandez was right in on top of him. In goal for OVF, it's Roman Gabriel, number 0.
And when I spoke to the OVF coach, Logan Hoffman, he was telling me that Roman Gabriel is an Oregon State University keeper, and he played seven games with them last season. So another Division I prospect from Oregon State, yeah.
See, I told you, when I hear Roman Gabriel, back in the 70s, the quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams when they were really good in football was Roman Gabriel.
All right, here we go.
Oh, tried to get it through to Hernandez. OVF stepped into the passing lane.
Let's go wide. Keep it here outside.
Yeah.
Zavidzi. Rio Asai.
Unlucky Rio.
Good challenge.
Can see legs are starting to tire now. Players are slowing down. This is going to open up the game a little bit more for some counters.
The speed that IPS had in Asai and Hernandez.
Oh, that's
down.
a very, very risky challenge, but
I see a card coming here as well.
Should be coming. He's just trying to make the player come back before he shows the card. He said, "Come here."
That was Douglas, Scott Douglas, and it's going to be a yellow card.
That's a worthy yellow card. I mean, it's in a dangerous position. If he wouldn't have fouled him, it would have been a one-on-one with the keep. So, you know what? He just decided to foul him there, and it's going to be another dangerous set piece for IPS.
Okay, Ryan Middleton back at the ball where the kick is going to occur.
Have a wide player here all alone. Hasn't been picked up yet. And the ball goes there.
Ethan
Can he
Elliott.
cross it in?
Oh.
Looks like we actually do have 2 subs for IPS. They're just way there on the left side warming up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. A couple subs right there.
Ethan Elliott still with the ball.
That's another hard foul in a dangerous position.
Right.
It's a little shove.
Shoved the player down. Edwin Ortiz shoved the player down. Throw-in coming up for IPS.
They scored in the first half out of a set play. Let's see if they can get one more in the last 30 minutes, 20 minutes of this
long,
game.
going to be real long.
It's a deep ball.
Still see if they can pressure. Uh-oh.
Wow, almost a breakaway there. Back over to Elliott on the side. They've got it to him a couple of times there. He's going to hit another one, and that one's too long.
Yeah, too strong of a cross there.
That would have been a great kick in Australian football, though. Good passes here.
OVF.
In a dangerous position here.
There's a centering ball. Knocked away.
OVF players are down on the ground, Dave.
Okay.
Slow to get up.
He's up.
It looks like Mo, no?
Yeah, I believe it is Mo.
No, I think that's Mo right there.
Okay, yeah, that's
Carmody.
That's number 20.
They got runners still.
Yeah.
Here we go. Can they
Carmody
score here?
Yeah, that was.
Gets it ahead. Oh, nice way to step in there that time. Number 4, Joel Glosser.
Oh, that's a clear shove. He's going to play advantage. I mean, I don't disagree
shot.
with that. Yeah.
A shot high.
Yeah.
Wound up and let that one fly, but it was high. Puts his hands out like, what happened? Well, it went high.
We got a player down here.
And I think that's left over from when he was down before.
Yeah, that's number 20, Jay Garmonde.
Looks like he's ready to go, though. Maybe he just wanted to lay down for a second.
Since we started that first game tonight, Jack,
Yep.
temperatures dropped 20 degrees.
I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather be commentating with the lights than the sun beaming in my eyes. But regardless, we get some great football, I guess soccer, but a lot of people call it football on display here tonight.
There you go.
That's
Through ball.
way offsides.
Way
Yeah,
offside.
Not even close, yeah.
In fact, a couple of players.
But those runs, though, the runs is still coming in. That's what you need. As soon as the midfield breaks for OVF, they have 3 to 4 runners every time. And they're bound to get through
Right.
at least one more time, especially as legs continue to tire in the second half.
Yeah, because OVF has a lot more numbers than IPS. It seems like IPS only has a couple substitutions available, and IPS, on the other hand, has more,
6.
Yeah, 6. So big difference in depth there.
Douglas sends it forward. Nobody there. OVF still able to mount some rushes down the field. Mo turns. He's got a player on the
Wow,
right.
what a move.
Couple of really big turns. Gets it off to the player on the right. There's the shot.
Oh,
Left-footed shot by number 15.
Man.
You know, that was on a near post. Typically, you would say that the keeper has to save that, but it was a nice shot and a nice save as well.
Yeah, that was the definition of top right corner. That was literally top right corner. Great save from the keeper. I think that if the keeper didn't touch that, it could have hit the post, but the keeper wanted to save it just in case.
Great spin move that time by Mo Thiam. Then the shot by Oscar Rosa.
Deadly shot.
And then a great save by the goalie, Thiago Pereira. Still 3-2 lead. It was that at halftime. No goals here so far in the second half. 5 goals in the first half, none here in the second half. JB, I think that's an indication of the game has slowed down.
It has, but you know, I feel like I can smell one more goal coming still here.
You don't think this game's going to end 3-2?
I think there's going to be another goal or two.
Jose, worry about your man. Let Carlos do his job too.
I'd like to see a goal from IPS here, just because that's good for business.
Just to keep the
and
game
keep
going.
us in,
Yeah.
Yep, keep us in business a little longer here tonight. But
You'd rather see this thing end in PKs?
yes, yes, like
Fair
any
enough. Like any big
like
game.
any good viewer would, you know,
Yeah.
neutral viewer.
It was pretty
I should
exciting
say.
last week.
Yeah, when Dave and I got to see that, man, penalties are something else. It's really fun to watch. Down to the wire.
Uh-oh.
Spin move. Boy, I tell you what, Mo's got a great spin move. Either way, turn to the right or turn to the left.
He's shifty,
Yeah, man of the match so far.
definitely.
Still got 15 minutes to go after his hat trick here.
Number 7, Gustavo Mendoza, in front of us. He was kind enough to tell us when he switched jerseys before the game started.
Yeah.
There he is, about to get in.
By yourself, give it to Rio. Easy, yeah, down line, down line. Easy, easy.
Play at midfield.
Good move.
All right. Gustavo wants to come up in the booth and he wants to broadcast.
I think he wanted our help as well.
Hey,
Hey, Eric, recover now.
Out on that wing on the
yeah,
left.
the ref doesn't want to have the sub yet, I guess.
All right. You need to slow down so Gustavo can get in the game.
Uh-oh.
In front.
Here it is.
There's
Wow.
a shot on the goal.
Is that his hat trick?
Hey, we were subbing, man.
Yeah, he's calling for the sub. He's
Mendoza said, hey, ref, get me in the game.
Jose, go to the left.
That was at the 76-minute mark.
well. There's the hat trick you're talking about there, JB. You called it. You said he had 15 minutes to score the hat trick, and you know what he just did? He scored the hat trick. So
There it is.
JB saw it coming. Shout out to JB for that
I guess
call.
so.
That coming at the 76-minute mark,
Yeah.
4-2. Mendoza checks in.
Hoping to be the game changer here that IPS needs to turn this around.
Yeah. Yeah, Mo's been outstanding tonight. It's a great finish. That's his hat trick, and he has an assist to go
Right.
along with those 3 goals.
4 goals. He's got a hand in all of them.
That's right.
That's right.
It looks like Gustavo is going to go take that right back spot right there on the ball for the first time.
Yeah, that's my next move.
Sounds like he may be tasked with stopping Mo for the rest of the night.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, he's fun to watch, man. Very crafty player.
There he is.
Look at that. It spin move and kept the ball. But Mendoza, a good job that time of knocking it away.
Yeah, do we know if he's a current Oregon State athlete or is he a past?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
we'll have to
I'm
ask
not
him.
sure either.
I mean,
He
if we-
looks young enough
yeah.
to be a current player or incoming freshman to me, but
Yeah.
Mid still, but you're gonna have to cover left back as well. Okay?
We're at the 78-minute mark. 4-2 now. Kind of an insurance goal for OVF. See if they
Oh.
can hang on. Now they'll send the ball back.
Ethan, next, Ethan. Ethan,
Dropping close.
all the way.
Dropping close.
Yael. Yael.
Coach,
Harvey's sending the defenders forward now.
Yep, he just told Ethan Elliott, come forward.
Yep, all the way. But you can't lose the ball before he gets there.
Right. Zavidzi. And
Oh, looks like
He doesn't.
injured player there, number 9 for
Yep, that's
IPS.
Borche.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. Looks like he pulled a muscle. He's down.
Adanasov. Yeah, and he's hobbling. I think he's going to come out.
Yeah, that's number 9, Livon. I cannot pronounce that.
No.
No,
Levidzi is 13.
My bad. Okay, who's number 9? I got that one wrong.
Borche.
Borche.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Borche Atanasov, but I probably said that one wrong too.
It's the thing about IPS, you know, you used to have players from all over the place. Just saying everybody's names correctly can be a challenge already.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what IPS is, International Portland Select.
Correct,
I mean,
yeah.
the whole concept is on international players. Ryan Middleton's from England.
And Rio's from Japan.
Rio's from Japan, yep.
And
Here we go,
got
Mo down
another
the left
chance.
side. Oh, knocked away at the last second.
I
Nice
think that was
defensive
actually
play.
I think that was actually number 20, Jay Garmonde. Yeah, I think that was Jay Garmonde.
not a good
number
stop
20.
by Jael, though.
All right, we got a substitution going to check into the game for IPS, and that's number 14. I think he said his name was Barry something.
Barry
Let's keep the ball.
Mitiku.
Oh, okay.
Watch out, Bearcat. You'll pass it to you.
Bearcat Mentiku.
Oh, there we go. There he is.
Just a little long.
Too hard of a pass when he was trying to play on that right wing.
Looks like number 9, Borche is coming out.
Yep, he was still hobbling around a little bit.
They're laughing about that one because I think that the PA announcer mispronounced his name. I think it's Bearcat.
I think he probably goes by Barry, but it's Mitku is his last name. Last week he played in goal.
Really?
Played that first half in goal.
A versatile player then.
Go get it, Levon. Come get it, Levon.
IPS down 2 goals. Down 2 goals, 9 minutes to play.
Oh, here he goes.
Ooh. Referee calls it the other way. Interesting call there.
Called it a handball, I
Okay,
believe.
handball.
Right.
Bringing the ball down
Yeah.
with his hand instead of his
IPS player's
chest.
very upset about that one as he gets a yellow.
Ethan Elliott.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the 4th yellow card of the night for
It is.
complaining to the ref.
It
Or
is.
cussing at the ref, one of the two, yeah. But you know what? It's a worthy yellow. I mean, if you're gonna, sometimes as a ref, I mean, as a former ref, you can't just take it all day long. If players are gonna be, you know, yelling at you or saying or cussing at you, you just have to discipline them. Sometimes you have to show them that yellow.
The referee hadn't finished filling out the card yet, and he just did. So,
Come on, guys. 10 minutes here.
goal kick. Harvey Hurst to
Ooh,
Cunha.
that's another hard foul.
IPS yelling at the players 10 minutes, and actually it's less than that. It's 7.5.
Yeah, depending on the stoppage time. So we got about 7.5 minutes plus a minute or 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time. So we'll see what the ref indicates once that time comes.
Rio Asai off on the side.
Good move. Can he
Good
shoot?
move. There's the
Oh,
shot.
well, that was an
Oh.
absolute rocket, but it was deflected by his own teammate. I think that if his teammate did not touch that, it would have been bottom right corner.
He wound up
Bottom
and
right
let
net.
that fly, and as he
Yeah.
did, one of the IPS players, I think it was Ethan Elliott, came across. It hit him and was deflected.
So well-placed shot, though. I mean, it looked like I said, it looked like it was going to go bottom right net, but I guess we'll never know because it's deflected by his teammate.
That's right, Mitty.
Good connection, though, finally there between the IPS players. Working it through the middle. Some quick passes.
Scott Douglas. Middleton.
Ooh.
Middleton loses the ball in a collision.
Another yellow because he clipped him there.
Wow.
Referee is not hesitant to show these yellow cards. He really wants to discipline these players.
I think total, I think that's 7.
That's 6, or is it 7 now?
I think 7.
Could be 6, but might be 7. Yeah, I guess he doesn't really want to give out that many warnings. Like when you clip a guy there, it's not a super hard foul, but I mean, yeah, he was just clipping him, and instead of giving a warning, he just showed the yellow. But sometimes you have to discipline
Levan
players.
Savidzi leaves it for Middleton. Middleton towards the middle, and Savidzi sends it off on the side.
Good try there.
Still the 2 players
Corner
battling
kick.
fall pole.
So big opportunity for IPS here, guys.
Corner kick for IPS, and let's see.
Yeah, they have to score here if they want any chances of getting back into this game.
About
5 minutes left.
That's right.
Got to send the 2 big defenders out there.
They got to crash the box here.
Corner kick from the left. All right. There's the whistle. Here we go. Short driving kick in front. Oh, headed away by OVF.
Oh,
And
man,
that went
that's
too high.
That's what we call a field goal kick. That's over the net,
I think that was a sigh on the kick,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
over
Rio,
the-
a sigh?
over the fence. Yeah, I think it was.
Yep, it was. Checking into the game for OVF, number 33. Robbie Smith. And he replaces
Mo.
Number
Mo.
18, Mo, the man of the match.
still 4-2. We're almost at the 86-minute mark.
Got room for more here.
Try to get it in front, cleared away. Rio Asai sends it off on the right side. Douglas over there. IPS going to need 2 quick goals or they're not going to make it to the finals. We already know Lane United's one of the teams. We're going to see if OVF is the other. Next Wednesday night here at George Fox at about 8:30 will be our start time. We'll cover that.
Last couple of chances of the game here.
Yep.
Eric Hernandez, we haven't heard his name much here in the second half.
Yeah, kind of disappeared second half, which is a real
Oh.
shame. Because
Cleared
probably
away.
one of the most influential players for IPS here in the first half.
Exactly.
Definitely. Hit that insane free kick. That was a great finish.
Was their best player last week with a couple of goals and a PK in the shootout.
Just couldn't get going the second half.
Nope, has a goal here in this game, but
yeah, only 2.5 minutes left, plus a couple minutes of a minute or two of stoppage time.
Oh, we got one more here, guys.
offside.
Referee brings it back for the
Uh-oh.
offside. Looks like both refs are talking now.
I'm not quite sure what this is about.
I think what he was saying is, I don't think that was off for me.
Oh,
And
okay.
or maybe that could have been it.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow, something else actually.
He's given a red card and going to send a player off.
Wow, straight red. Yeah, I guess it wasn't
What
even
happened?
it wasn't even about the offside call. I don't know what happened there, guys.
Let's see if we can hear it.
He said walk away. I don't know what's going on.
The player is Oscar Rosas, and he got an immediate red card.
He was probably saying something to the ref that was really offensive, and he just had to show him the red. I mean, that's my only indication of what happened, but I have no idea what happened.
Logan Hoffman came out, but the referee said, I gave him the red, and Rosas is off for the next minute or so plus stoppage time.
Yeah.
OVF will be a man down.
That changes the game. If we see a couple minutes of stoppage time, we could see a goal or two from IPS here.
It might be too little, too late, but
Yeah.
Right.
and I'm still a little confused. You don't typically see a straight red for
Maybe we could
this type of
event.
Well, I know the first conversation was between the referee and the linesman, and it was about
the offside probably.
whether or not that was offside. And I think the referee told the linesman, I don't think it was.
Yeah. But they were probably just discussing the
the
foul,
player
but
probably
said
didn't
something.
think it. Oh,
Here we
keeper's
go.
out though.
Keeper is out.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Can't run into the keeper.
Oh, no. Yeah, he probably said something to the ref that he didn't like to hear, and he just had to show him the red. But, I mean, that's my only indication of what possibly happened, but that's my guess.
Yeah.
That's the 90-minute mark. We're in stoppage time.
OVF is going to run away with this one.
Yeah.
4 more minutes added on, he
Yeah,
says.
he said 4, so, yep. I'm going
Okay.
to set timer real quick.
Well, man down, you might have some kind of opportunity.
Hold it, Barracat.
Barracat Mitku. He goes forward, number 14.
Yeah, but another 4 minutes or so for the added time. But like you said, JB, it may be too little too late.
That down in the corner.
Oh, he kept it in. Referee calls it out of bounds. I thought that was
Just
in.
out of bounds.
All right, goal kick. Roman Gabriel with the kick. And cross midfield. IPS comes forward.
Can he get across?
Does get across.
Oh.
Oh.
He just skied it.
Goalie made a nice save down there. The ball came loose in front. A shot over the top.
Sums up the night for IPS here.
And that was Rio Asai on the kick.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about that is that an IPS player was actually shielding an OVF player so that his teammate could get a shot off, and he just skied it. He missed that opportunity.
Rio Asai turns, looks. Middleton sends it off on the side for Douglas. Douglas still with the ball. Scott Douglas.
Under
Oh,
pressure.
he got shoved down. That's going to be a free kick. About 2 minutes remaining in this additional time. Set a timer there, or a stopwatch. We got ref indicated 4. About 2 minutes left.
And IPS sends every single player forward except for Tiago, the goalkeeper, who's still in his box. And the cross. Ooh.
Unable to capitalize. Oh,
And
referee signals for the corner though. So about a minute and a half left. Or
Another corner kick for IPS.
IPS needs something magical to happen
don't
here.
go short. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's
Middleton goes back.
it's not a good move to go short.
I don't think they ought to go short.
I
yeah.
mean, in this situation, you're down 2 goals with a minute and a half left. You just got to full send it. And
what's that
it's going
for?
to be a foul against IPS. He's going to bring the OVF player.
Got a chance for a counterattack here. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, my
Look at
goodness.
this.
He's onside too because of the halfway
Yep.
mark.
Coming in on the goalie.
To wrap it
Tiago
up.
ready.
That's it,
Yeah,
guys.
That's
There's
game.
the goal.
That's the goal. Yeah, as you mentioned, JB, huge counterattack. I mean, and it wasn't offside because of the halfway mark, even though everyone was pushed up besides the keep. So once they cleared that ball, Once they cleared that ball up, it was basically a one-on-one, and he moved it past the keeper and netted it.
Yeah, you know,
Let's
and
see who got
everybody
that.
pushed up, and Thiago stayed back and just allowed
Right.
that exact space for the ball over the top.
Robbie Smith with the goal.
Just
Okay.
a lack of concentration there towards the end. Doesn't really change the narrative of tonight, though, and OVF runs away with it.
5-2 now. OVF was 3-2 at half. We have to be very close to the end now.
Yeah, we're about 10 seconds away.
Uh-oh.
There's a shot. Nope.
Looks like one last corner.
Yeah, one last corner here, but that's going to wrap it up there. The Robbie Smith with the cap on the bottle there.
Corner kick coming up. IPF low kick, bounces in front. Kicked up in the air.
It's frustrating when a corner doesn't make past the first
Right.
defender.
Yeah, you got to get it up in the air.
Referee's going to end it here.
Yeah, it's going to be full time.
There it is.
There's the final whistle.
All right, that's the final whistle and our score here in the second semifinal game of the Oregon Open Cup. It is OVF 5, IPS 2. That means next Wednesday night we'll have the championship game, and it will be Lane United and OVF for the championship. Our goals tonight, first half, there were 5 goals in the first half. Mothiam started it off at the 5-minute mark for OVF. Brendan Erb followed it up at the 11-minute mark. It was 2-0. IPS came back with 2 goals 5 minutes apart. At the 30-minute mark, Elijah White, and at the 35-minute mark, Eric Hernandez. And then at the 45-minute mark, well, actually, we were even in, I think, early part of stoppage time, Mo Thiam with his second goal. The first half, he had 2 goals and assists. 2 more goals for OVF in the second half, and those were scored the 76-minute mark by Mo Thiam, the hat trick, and then just at the end at the 93-minute mark by Robbie Smith to make our final score 5-2. JB?
OVF could have wrapped this up by 15-20 minutes of the match. It took a little bit longer, but they still walk away with a resounding victory here over IPS. Not gonna lie, it's hard to watch my old club losing a semifinal. It's not like them, but I'm sure Harvey's gonna come back and bring some new pieces and be ready for his next shot.
Jack?
Well, I completely agree. You know, OVF, just a dominant performance, especially from Mo Thiam. He really showed his skills here tonight. I mean, a hat trick and an assist. What more could you want? He really he affected every single goal that OVF scored except for that last goal scored by Robbie Smith. But you know what? OVF, more opportunities. They kept the pressure up, and they played harder tonight.
All right, again, the championship game will be next Wednesday night, and we'll start that about 8:30. That will accommodate the sun going down, so our cameras will get exact pictures of all the action. We got some people that we want to thank tonight. We want to thank all the coaches tonight. Thank the IPS coach, Harvey Hurst, the OVF coach, Logan
Hoffman.
Logan Hoffman. There we go. Thanks, Jack.
Yes, sir.
All right, and want to thank the people here at George Fox, the facilities at the Austin Sports Complex. I want to thank our sponsors tonight, Oregon Collision Center. They're in Forest Grove, and they offer complete auto body and paint services, deductible assistance, free estimates, insurance claims processing, and lifetime warranty. Visit them at the Oregon Collision Center. Senza Construction, we want to thank them for supporting local soccer and the Oregon Open Cup. They're in Vancouver, Washington. Senza prides itself on its commitment to quality and attention to detail. Senza is proud to support the region's finest athletes and teams. And Protagonist Soccer covers all the lower leagues in the United States from coast to coast and is the leading platform for top quality grassroots soccer coverage in the American game. Visit protagonistsoccer.com for player interviews, match recaps, and a massive selection of podcasts tailored for every soccer fan. Also, our other sponsors, Goal Soccer Bar, they're at 18th and Hawthorne, and Gilda's Italian Restaurant down by Providence Park. Drop in and tell those people you heard the broadcast and thank them for making that all possible. Our crew tonight, Our producer, Ryan Johnson. Ryan was also on one of the cameras. Alva Myers was our technical director. Jeff Dodge, our actual director. Our Jim Thompson on the camera, along with Ryan. My broadcast partners, JB Cunha and Jack McArthur. JB, give you a chance for your last thoughts. And thanks for coming, by the way.
Yeah, no, thanks. This is great being out here. Beautiful night. Plenty of goals. I can't complain.
7 goals in the game.
I know. 7 is my lucky number 2, so
All right.
we're good to go.
All right, Jack.
Well, yeah, I agree. Lots of goals and action, lots of action-packed play here, and I think that it was a great match. But OVF really wanted it more. They were resilient. They kept fighting, and they kept putting on the pressure, and they kept scoring. So shout out to Mo Thiem with the hat trick there. You don't see that very often. Great performance from him. Definitely the man of the match, and I'm excited to see the final game for sure.
All right, again, the championship match is back here at the Austin Sports Complex at George Fox Wednesday night, next Wednesday night, the 28th at 8:30. It'll be a matchup between OVF and Lane United. Come and catch that. We are Oregon Sports Beat, and you can go to our website, OregonSportsBeat.com, and see what we have coming up. Remember, we'll be starting high school sports in September, and we'll have a wide range of sports to bring you. So I'm Dave Hall from George Fox. Our final scores tonight in semifinal action, the wins for Lane United and OVF Alliance number 1, and they'll meet in the championship game. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody.